everyone. Welcome to our campaign kickoff for Oyos for Congress in 2020. Thank you all for coming out tonight and helping us kick off this campaign. I've got some really good news from the 2nd District. My name's Renee Oyos. I'm running for Congress here in the 2nd Congressional District in Tennessee. I want to give you just a moment to talk a little bit about our campaign and what we've accomplished so far. I know everybody was wanting a big blue wave in 2018, and perhaps what we got was a swell, but some great things happened in 2018 and they've spilled over into 2019. This district moved almost 19 points towards Democrats. It was one of the highest moves in the country. It's ranked 34 out of 435 districts for a leftward shift. I've out fundraised in the last quarter, Tim Burchett's fundraising. So that's a good sign for the campaign. I'm one of 31 campaigns nationwide where a Democrat has out fundraised a Republican incumbent. Our district is on the move. Last year, 176 out of 180 voting precincts moved towards Democrats. And on Super Tuesday, it flipped from Republican to Democrat. So we have every confidence that we can do it again. This time, I've got a big, very strong staff that are helping us move this district towards Democrats. I have 10 staff people and 21 interns working on our campaign, and they have experienced over 30 election campaigns in the country. So we have lots of folks with great experience. So I'm going to introduce them to you right now. You can see them on this screen. Johnson Smith, who is our fundraising director, Caroline Cranford, who is field director, and Jess Maples, who is our content manager and director of social media platforms. Also, who you don't see in there is Don Black. He's, I guess, that little black square up there. He's the campaign manager. Don worked with me last year as our field director, and he stepped up to be campaign manager and has done a great job of directing this campaign. So again, thank you all for coming out. I wish that we were meeting together. I really do. We could have a big party and have food and drink and have a really great time together, but that just really isn't the case right now. We're in the middle of a global pandemic. The last couple of days have seen large spikes in new cases, both here in Knox County and across the country. So we have transitioned from having a campaign that was going to be very outward focused, lots of door knocking, lots of getting out and doing events, to campaigns that are going to be really focused on where we all are, which is in our homes, looking at our computers. And that's one of the reasons why we did bring Jess on as our content media and social platforms manager. And she is pushing out some great content. She's going to tell you more about that later. But we have adjusted to COVID and we are embracing it. More than likely, things that we're doing now are going to be practices that campaigns will be doing throughout the next few years. So I'm really grateful for the staff I have. They're young and energetic and they've got great ideas, and I'm happy to implement as much of them as I can. It's a young person's world out there, and I want to give them as much power as we can. So right now, I'd like to turn the meeting over to Caroline Cranford. Caroline is our field director, and she is overseeing 5 field organizers and all of their interns, and she's got great news for all of us, and also ways that you can help the campaign. So Caroline, take it from here.
Hey, thanks, Renee. Yeah, like Renee said, I'm Caroline Cranford. I'm the field director on the campaign this year. I'm really excited, not to brag, but I certainly do have the best job on the campaign because I do get to work with all of our field organizers who are really smart and really great and make my job pretty easy, and all of our interns who are really great. And like Renee said, we've got a field team of over 20 people. We've been really, really productive, despite the fact that it seems like every few weeks we kind of have to rewrite the whole plan. But everyone's been really adaptable, and we're really committed to building on the growth that this district saw in 2018. With that being said, I was just checking on my phone and seeing who is tuned in on the live stream. I recognize so many of you guys from volunteering last cycle and volunteering on other campaigns in the past. And Knox County and the district as a whole has a huge group of people who we know are motivated to make change in the district. We know you're motivated to elect not only people like Renee, but also our other down ballot Democratic candidates. So we need you guys to come back. We know that you worked your butts off in 2018. That's why we had so much progress, but we need you to come back. So far on this campaign, we've helped over 1,000 voters navigate the new absentee voting system, answering questions on can I request a ballot? Who can request a ballot? When do I do that? And how do I do that? And those are all really important questions for the new system that we're working in. So the big ask from me for you guys tonight is to sign up to volunteer and help us do this. Like Renee said, we normally would have you guys pounding the pavements out in your neighborhood, knocking on doors, talking to voters. Since we can't do that right now safely, we're doing the next best thing, which is having volunteers make calls from home. So in the comments of this post, we are going to post the link to our website where you can sign up to volunteer. And you can indicate in which ways that you're interested in volunteering on the campaign. And we're also going to post a link to an event next Monday evening at 6 p.m. You'll have the opportunity to meet some of our interns and some of the other parts of our field team, and we're going to have a training on how to make calls from home. So we'd love to have you guys do that. Like I said, we've already helped 1,100 people be able to request their ballot. We want to know, like, because of the virus, we know it's so uncertain the next few months what things are going to look like, and we want to make sure anyone who wants to safely have a way to cast their ballot, no worries on election day and the August primary, we want to help them do that. So like I said, we know that we have an engaged network of people out there who are ready and willing to help. So this is your opportunity. So there will be a link to sign up to volunteer just in general, and also a link to sign up to attend the training Monday at 6 o'clock. But thank you guys for tuning in and being supporters. And you know, the next step after knowing that you're ready to cast your vote for Renee is to help us help other people be able to do that. And it's even more important this year because we're making sure that people know how to do it safely, because other leadership is not taking that as a priority. And we know it's really important. So make sure you help us help people vote this year in the primary. Back to you, Renee.
Oh, thank you so much, Caroline. Wow, I'm really lucky to have Caroline as our field director. She's worked on many campaigns, most recently the coordinated campaign from 2018. So she brings a wealth of experience, and she's been great to work with, and you guys will love working with her. So be sure to sign up to help us out, because like she said, you know, we were planning on door knocking, and I have to tell you, I love to door knock, and it's killing me that I can't go out and talk to you all in person. But you have to do what you have to do. More than anything, I want you all to be safe. The whole campaign team wants everyone to be safe. And so we've made these adjustments so that you can be safe, but still participate. And one of the big adjustments that we made this year is that we're doing a lot of social media, because that's where everybody is now. We're all looking on Facebook, Twitter, you know, all the various social media platforms that we participate in our life now that we're mostly staying home and trying to stay put at least. And so we hired Jess Maples to be our social media manager, our content manager and social media platforms. And she has just done some really wonderful things. And I have had a lot of compliments about the content that we're putting out. It's beautiful, it's branded. We're going to be dropping some good stuff over the next week. And she has made it all happen. So Jess, I'm going to turn this over to you, and I'm going to have you tell folks what you need for them to do and how they can help out.
That was so sweet, Renee. Thank you for all the kind words. I'm over here tearing up a little bit. But as Renee said, my name is Jess Maples, and I'm the content creator, and I help create some graphics and videos to complement Renee's voice on social media. So if you're active on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, make sure that you go and like Renee's pages, and not only like them, but engage with the post, because we are primarily online right now. Social media is our voice. Social media is how we are getting Renee's voice out there. So by engaging with the post, by liking it or sharing it or commenting on it, that helps boost it so that other people can see it. So the more people that interact with posts, the more people that will see it. And also in turn, these platforms know what you like. So the more that you're interacting with our posts, it'll prioritize Renee's content so that you see it first and foremost. So if you guys don't mind to make sure you interact with our posts, share them to people. And Renee, I'm going to turn it back to you.
Thank you so much. Campaigns can't happen without money. And that's just the bottom line. As my job as a candidate to ask for votes and money. Please vote for me and please give me your money. But it's hard. It's a hard job to do. We've been doing a lot of call time, which means I get on the phone. I've made about 8,000 or 9,000 phone calls at this point, asking folks to help out the campaign. And it's hard work and it can be lonely. And I've had volunteers in the past. And this year we decided to step up and we have hired Johnson Smith to do a lot of our fundraising that's related to call time. He's our fundraising director, so to speak, of our call time, because it's hard. It's a hard job. And Johnson does a great job of making it fun and keeping me, on task and not letting me talk too long to people so that I can move along and get to my list. So Johnson has been a great asset to the campaign, and we're going to let him tell you a little bit about his job and what he'll be doing for the campaign. Take it away, Johnson.
All right. First of all, Renee, thank you so much for that kind introduction, and thank you everybody who's turned in tonight. It really means a lot to us that you're here. We've got a great staff, excuse me, and we are really excited to see what 2020 can bring. Part of my job as fundraising director is, help that we get every penny we can to get us across the finish line to beat Tim. And today we actually launched our campaign store, and you can get t-shirts, koozies, stickers, buttons, all of that good stuff. And you guys really should go check it out. Next of all, I hate having to ask for this, but if you guys get on our website, oyusforcongress.com, next to our store, you will see our donate button. And with that donate button, you guys can give us 5, 10, 15, however many dollars you think we need to help us beat Tim. So thank you all so much, and every penny helps. So back to you, Renee.
Thank you so much. Like I said earlier, I did out fundraise Tim Burchett in the first quarter, and we're backing up to the end of the second quarter that ends at the end of the month on June 30th. And so I'd love to keep my lead on Tim. So if you guys are watching and you haven't donated, or you did donate and you'd like to help me out again, please do so on our website, oyusforcongress.com. There's a link to give online or an address to send a check. A donation of any amount would be really, really helpful. I can't tell you how proud I am of my team. They are wonderful, hardworking. There are also about 21 other folks out there, field organizers and interns. I wish we could feature them all, and maybe we'll try to do some other features. But the interns and the field organizers are really working every day, really on the ground, on the phone, on the ground. And they're a great group of folks, and I am so lucky to have them. And if they're listening, thank you so much for all the hard work you do for the campaign. But it wouldn't be a campaign without a campaign manager. And I am so pleased to introduce Don Black to you. Don was my field director last year and really helped to navigate that 19-point push towards Democrats. And he is back again, and he has proven to be a strategic master, both with the numbers and with the communication. I'm going to have Don talk about his job and what he hopes to accomplish and how you can help him out.
Sure. Thanks, Renee. I wasn't planning on talking, so I apologize if I'm a little all over the place. That's one of the benefits, I think, of being the campaign manager, is that you can say everybody else has to talk in front of everyone, and I'll stand in the back of the room. But it really wouldn't be a campaign, and my job is so much easier because of the staff that we have, and Renee being such a great candidate. And we do have a deadline coming up for the end of quarter, and I know we all get asked for money from candidates all the time. But this is an important time to donate, because the saying is that early money is like yeast. So, if you can give money early, it lets campaigns not just spend it at the end on something they may not need, but plan for it in their budget. And we really are, one of my favorite things about our campaign is down to the intern up to the top of Renee, we are committed to supporting not just our campaign in East Tennessee, but all the campaigns up and down the ballot, whether that's county commission, state house, state senate. We know, like Paul Wellstone would say, we all do better when we all do better. So I'm just grateful to be a part of the team and have such a great team. And thanks, Renee, for all the kind words.
Well, you're very, very welcome, Don. And thanks for your great leadership. I appreciate it so much. We all know that we're in a really challenging time in this country. We're in the middle of a global pandemic, and we have little leadership from the top to count on, which makes having to go through and navigate this virus all that much more difficult. And because of the virus, we're also in an economic downturn, and we're going to have a lot of problems to solve in the coming years. I think this virus has shown us the holes in our system that need to be filled. Otherwise, way too many people are going to fall through the cracks, and we can't have that. Not in the richest country in the world, and not in the greatest democracy in the world. So it's up to all of us, not just the candidates, but all of you on the ground, to support good Democratic candidates. And we've got great candidates from the top of the ticket to the very bottom. And I hate to say the bottom, because it's really not the bottom. It's just at the local level. But we've got an election coming up in August. It is our federal primary, and it is the general election for the county commission candidates here in Knox County and in other counties. Please be sure that you register to vote if you haven't already, that you request an absentee ballot if you haven't, because all you have to do is say that you don't want to get COVID-19 and you are eligible for an absentee ballot, and that you vote early. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight. Remember, we all need you. All the campaigns need you. Oyas for Congress needs you. And I'm glad to be able to run again in this district on the issues that affect us all. So thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. And please help us out as much as you can. Remember, a phone call for a Democrat is a phone call for every Democrat. And so helping us also helps the down ballot candidates. Helping the down ballot candidates also helps us too. So thank you so much, and have a great evening.